This is the news on PBCJ. I am Simone Absalom. Some 35 community leaders, or DONs, have informed stakeholders in the redevelopment of downtown Kingston that they want to be a part of the restoration. Lead advisor for the redevelopment project, Dr. Gladstone Hutchinson, has said that public-private partnerships may include forming legal relationships with community leaders. On the contrary, retired executive director of the Kingston Restoration Company, Maureen Seymour, said that transformation of community leaders, or DONs, must take place before they can be brought to table. The Urban Development Corporation, UDC, is leading the multi-billion-dollar redevelopment project. It includes a new multi-story headquarters of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, a boardwalk, hotels, and a market district, among other developments. The government's Energy Management and Efficiency Program, EMEP, have been strengthened with a US $15 million loan from the government of Japan. The primary objective of the EMEP is to bolster the government's efforts in areas of energy, efficiency, and conservation. Addressing the signing ceremony for the exchange of notes and the record of discussions at the Finance and Public Service Ministry in Kingston last Friday, Portfolio Minister Audley Shaw said the loan is timely.
And comes at a time when efforts are being made by the government to diversify its energy mix in order to create a modern, efficient and environmentally sustainable energy sector and to reduce Jamaica's dependence on imported oil.
The loan, which is being financed through the Japan International Cooperation Agency, is part of a joint loan of US $30 million with the Inter-American Development Bank, which provide the other US $15 million. Meanwhile, outgoing Japanese ambassador to Jamaica, His Excellency MASANORI NAKANO, said the loan being provided to Jamaica falls under the first of the three-pillar Japan-Jamaica partnership.
Within the context of the three-pillar policy, this program falls under the first pillar, wherein Japan and Jamaica will seek to advance cooperation towards sustainable development, including vulnerabilities, particularly to small island developing states.
The EMEP is executed by the Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica under the Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology. The launch of the Center for Reparations Research takes place this afternoon at the University of the West Indies. The Council of Reparations is co-chaired by UWI Professor of History, Vereen Shepherd. The Center for Reparation Research at the UWI was mandated by heads of government of CARICOM at the 24th meeting of CARICOM heads in July 2013. The idea for the center emerged out of the need to support the CARICOM global reparatory justice movement, build awareness, engage advocacy, and conduct research which will advance the claim to Europeans for various forms of reparation for native genocide, African enslavement, deceptive indentureship, colonialism, and its legacies. As part of the National Heritage Week celebration, there will be a National Reparations Youth Baton Relay.
That we will be focusing a lot on reparations and our message and our public education on our reparations program. We will have Dr. Julius Garvey visiting during this period, and there will be a run with athletes across the island to take the message of reparations to the people of Jamaica.
The National Reparations Youth Baton Relay will be staged over 3 months. Additionally, Heritage Week activities will highlight Jamaica's rich heritage in music, sport, and literature. The Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, the National Library of Jamaica, and the Jamaica National Heritage Trust are organizing a series of activities in each parish. There are also plans for a huge reggae concert on Saturday.
On Saturday, which is the 14th of October, we will have a vintage concert. We can call it the oldest concert, we can call it a vintage concert, we can call it a concert that is going to trace the evolution of our music over the period from mento and even before that, through rocksteady, through ska, through rocksteady, through reggae, through dancehall. We're calling this concert from Kete to reggae, and this would be the second time that we have staged from Kete to reggae. And so we want the public to come out. It's free. We want to come out and enjoy yourselves. Leroy Sibbles is going to be performing, Stranger Cole, Ken Booth, and a number of your well-known pioneer artists. So this is a celebration of our heritage, our music heritage.
Today is being observed as World Mental Health Day. The theme for this year's Mental Health Week is Mental Health and the Workplace. President of Jamaica Psychiatric Association, Dr. Earl Wright, says Jamaica has become plagued by very high rates of violence, giving rise to many children and adults with post-traumatic stress disorder, personality disorders, depression, and anxiety. In his message to mark the day, Dr. Wright states that some studies show that about 18% of the population suffers from depression. He notes that it is the most common condition affecting individuals in Jamaica, including at the workplace. He adds that the government and the private sector should join in bringing the community mental health services to a level where access to mental health services is more readily available. The National Works Agency, NWA, is advising motorists that a section of the Bustamante Highway in Clarendon will be closed between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. today. The closure is to facilitate the replacement of a broken culvert in the eastbound lane of the highway in the vicinity of the Fogo Road exit. In regional news, as it tries to rebuild from the devastation caused by Hurricane Maria, Dominica is on a mission to become the world's first climate-resilient nation. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit outlined that vision with United Nations General Secretary Antonio Guterres when he visited the hurricane-ravaged island on Sunday. Skerrit says the devastation has created an opportunity for the Eastern Caribbean nation state to create history.
Our devastation is so complete that our recovery has to be total. And so we have a unique opportunity to be an example to the world, an example of how an entire nation rebounds from disaster and how an entire nation can be climate resilient for the future. We did not choose this opportunity. We did not wish it. Having had it thrust upon us, we have chosen actively and decisively to be that example to the world.
Argentine Airlines has become the latest carrier to suspend flights to the Venezuelan capital, Caracas. According to the BBC, the company said it had concerns over security in Venezuela because of increasing criminal violence and political uncertainty. It joins dozens of airlines who have taken similar action. IATA, the International Air Transport Association, says Venezuela is becoming increasingly isolated. Peter Sierra, Vice President of IATA, says the situation has become increasingly difficult since most of IATA's members have left Venezuela. There are only 6 or 7 carriers left operating a very low flight frequency. And those were the local and regional stories. Do stay with us. Sports is next. In sports, Venus Williams will headline the Sydney International in January to kick off her 2018 season, returning to the tournament after a 20-year absence. The American veteran, who's 37, shows no signs of slowing down and enjoyed one of her best seasons this year, making the final of Wimbledon and the Australian Open and the semis at the US Open. In more sporting news, Argentina are going into the final World Cup qualifying round down in 6, outside of even the playoff spot following a goalless draw against Peru. On Wednesday, they are away to Ecuador at the dreaded altitude of Quito, conditions they despise. A win will guarantee a playoff place and might even send them automatically to Russia. But a draw will leave them reliant on other results, and a defeat will eliminate them. There is, then, a real danger that Argentina, Lionel Messi and all, will be missing from the 2018 World Cup. And that's the news, but don't go away. The weather report is next. This is PBCJ's weather report. Thanks so much for staying with us. There is a trough across Jamaica and the Central Caribbean. The trough is expected to linger across Jamaica for the next 3 days. A trough is a region of relatively low atmospheric pressure, often associated with fronts. This afternoon, though, we can expect scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms across sections of most parishes. We should also expect today that the average temperature will be between 29 and 32 degrees Celsius, so it will still be pretty warm out. Tonight, we can expect partly cloudy conditions with lingering showers and an average temperature between 24 and 26 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, expect isolated morning showers across eastern parishes, then scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms across most parishes. And the average temperature will be between 29 and 32 degrees Celsius, so ensure that you dress accordingly. Regionally, we can expect an average temperature between 29 and 32 degrees Celsius tomorrow. We should also expect scattered showers across most countries in the region. In our travel forecast, we're looking at Panama, where we're seeing a forecast of scattered showers and a maximum temperature of 29 degrees Celsius. Over there in Caracas, we can expect rainfall, as well as Georgetown and over there in Paramaribo. And that's it for the weather report. Thanks so much for making it to PBCJ. My name is Simone Absalom. Pleasant viewing.